Welcome to Distress to Joyful, Bailey's Way. I'm your host, Bailey Raber, here to enlighten you and the rest of the world about one of the most misunderstood mental health disorders out there, bipolar disorder. In each episode, we'll learn more about my personal journey with bipolar 2 disorder, how I've struggled with it, and how I've learned to overcome those struggles. Together, we'll laugh, we'll cry, and most importantly, we'll have fun. You'll leave each episode feeling hopeful and stocked full of useful information on how you can better yourself and the world around you. Hello, friends. Wow, I am releasing 2 episodes in the same week. Yeah, I'm fucking cool like that. No, actually, I feel like I'm kind of making up for all of the times I didn't post, release a new episode when I should have. So, this is my gift to you, a bonus episode brought to you by Distress to Joyful Bailey's Way, who can't get her shit together. Oh, speaking of getting shit together, one of my goals for 2023 is to do better for you guys and to actually post consistently like I say I'm going to. But you know what? Like I've said before, when you have bipolar disorder, you kind of have a free pass because life can be chaotic. Like it really can. I can't control my moods. I can do my best, by doing the good things, healthy things for myself. But in the end, I have no control. So if I become depressed and go through a depressive stage, a depressive episode, whoops, that's what I meant. That is not my fault, not my doing. And then if it fucks up my schedule, again, out of my control. What can you do? But I do want to let you guys know that this is the last episode of Season 3, if you haven't already guessed, seeing as it is being released on the last day of 2022. So I am going to take a break. Like I always do, January, I'm taking the month off. I'm not releasing any new episodes because I need this month to regroup for you guys. So I'm going to take the whole month of January. I've got some really cool ideas in store for you guys for next year. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are super excited. Y'all, I've been through 3. This is 3. This is season 3. We did 3 seasons together. Like, how fucking cool is that? Not every podcaster can say that. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And a lot of people, they die off, unfortunately, before they get halfway through the marathon. So I just want to take a moment and say that I'm proud of myself for going this far and for still going and for planning season 4 for 2023. Holy shit. I'm excited. And I hope you guys are excited. And thank you for being here, because if you weren't here, I wouldn't still be here, because what's the point of talking to myself if no one's going to listen? But in all seriousness, I really do appreciate you guys, and I also appreciate your feedback so much. So, to show my gratitude towards you, this episode is a tribute to you. Yeah, it's a tribute to you. Hopefully you are one of the people that sent in either a love note when I did that podcast thing. I will talk about that in just a moment. Or hopefully you have written a review, because if you've written a review in 2022, then this goes to you, because I'm shouting you out. Yes, I am. I'm so excited because, again, guys, your opinions matter. Your feedback matters. This podcast is for you. So if there's anything you want to see, well, I guess I have YouTube now, so yeah, you can see. Or anything specific you want to hear, if there's some topics that you're curious about, dude, send me a DM on Instagram at distressed2joyful_Bailey's Way, or better yet, head on over to whatisheybales.com. That's whatis, HEYBAILS doing.com. Go on over to that contact page and, dude, fill out the little form. All you got to do is your name, your email address, and whatever message you want to send me. So if you want to say some good things, if you want to say some improvement points, dude, I'm here for all of it. Please, come with me. Come at me. But don't come at me, bro. Like, not in that kind of way, please. Be nice about it. Hopefully that was funny. If not, sorry. Anyways, moving on. So, in this tribute to you, I'm going to start by going through all of the anonymous quote love notes. Yeah, love notes that were sent in. So, back in, I want to say April of this year, I found this little sponsorship called Podcash where they were giving sponsorship money. So, they were giving what I think they were calling like scholarships, but basically they were giving out cash prizes to podcasts that were starting out who could use some love. So the way you won this was by you got as many people to write love notes as possible. So a lot of y'all, I fucking texted you and messaged you and sent you the link and I said, hey, do it because your girl likes to win. I like to win. I do. And so how else to get the word out than by sliding into somebody's inbox? That's like the best way. And some of you guys, you saw the link that I posted on Facebook or on Instagram, and you just did it out of the goodness of your own heart. And I appreciate y'all so much. So much. So even though I didn't win anything, and that's okay, because not all of us can be winners all the time. I have to constantly remind myself that. But I really, truly do appreciate these kind words. And I'm probably going to tear up through most of these because I'm going to read what you guys sent in. So let me pull it up on my phone because that's where it came through. Oh, if you're on YouTube right now, you can't even see that I'm looking at my phone. This is great. I feel like such a badass. Okay, so they don't tell me who wrote these. All of them say from a secret admirer, so I'm not going to say that every single time because that will be really fucking annoying. But I am going to just kind of list them off. I don't know, maybe I'll just say the next one, and another one, and another one, and another one, like DJ Khaled. I'm going to DJ Khaled this bitch up in here, and that way you can tell when I'm transitioning from one to another, because there is quite a bit. I think I have an idea of who some of the people were who wrote these, and again, thank you guys. Y'all are amazing. I do truly love you. Some of these I have no idea, so you guys definitely stumped me, so good job, because I'm usually pretty good at figuring shit out. But anyways, let's get started so that we can, get done before the new year comes through. So the first one says, one of the most loving, caring, and enterprising girls I have ever met in my life. Bailey, lots of love and blessings, and wishing her nothing but success. The next one reads, I love this podcast. It's really rare to find someone who speaks to the truth about mental health issues from a place of experience without any judgment. It's independent creators like these that make podcasts so refreshing. Can't thank her enough for all she does. Okay, I'm already starting to tear up. God damn it. I knew this was going to happen. If you're on YouTube now, then you actually get to see this shit. So you're welcome for starting a YouTube channel. The next one reads, Bailey is a consummate professional. I have personally experienced her dedication and devotion to content creation in my working relationship with Bailey. Bailey is responsible for handling all marketing functions where we work and has revolutionized our systems and processes. The next one reads, this podcast has been a great way to hear about how bipolar disorder affects someone's life while also having the added benefit of coming from a wonderful personality. Her vulnerability and honesty are inspiring. A must listen. I really appreciate that one a lot. If you can't tell by the tears that are starting to form more heavily in my eyes. Let's see, the next one. This is an awesome podcast bringing light to bipolar disorder. I recommend to all of my friends to help educate. Okay, seriously, whoever wrote this one, big fucking thank you, because yes, please continue to recommend to all of your friends to help educate. That is one of the biggest reasons why I do what I do, is to help bring light and education around this very misunderstood topic. So sincere appreciation to whoever wrote this, and keep up the good work of recommending to your friends. I really, really appreciate that. And I know those out there who also have bipolar disorder are probably appreciating you for that too. Because this, again, it's a complicated subject and it needs more light. So thank you. Bailey is amazing and positive. She's managed to change her whole mentality / outlook and make herself a life she deserves that she knows will serve her. Her podcast is so real. She doesn't try to be anything but open and authentic, which makes her super relatable and deserving of this. Wow, super relatable and deserving of this. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Bailey is honest and sincere. That reflects in her podcast too. She is vulnerable and strong both at the same time. She's one of the most positive people that I know, and her journey is easily the most inspiring one. Thank you. I'm going to say thank you after every single one. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to DJ Khaled this bitch with thank yous. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all are going to be so tired of hearing that word. I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully you say thank you a lot in your life and that you're like, wow, this is refreshing. That's the outlook I want to hear. Okay, moving on. Distressed to Joyful Bailey's Way is a great podcast. She tells it like it is. She has great insight and she gives some great suggestions. Her podcast makes you laugh, makes you cry, and makes you think. Bailey is able to give great insight into living life with bipolar disorder. I love it. Thank you. Bailey's brilliant podcast on mental health. Wow, let me start over. Bailey's brilliant podcast on mental health has really opened my eyes to this issue. It's insightful, informative, and conversational. Looking forward to future seasons. And I have a huge smile on my face because looking forward to future seasons is exactly what I was talking about, how there's a new one coming. So super exciting. I love hearing this. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bailey is so fantastic. She is transparent about her life, her mental health, and most importantly, she is relatable. I truly appreciate the time that she has put into her podcast. The next one, she is one of the few people who daily motivates me to do right by my body and mind. And I really love that because that is also one of my life goals, is to constantly motivate everyone to do better by your body and your mind. Because you are worthy of it, you deserve it, and it will help you to have the best life that you want and that you deserve to live. I promise you. You should know this. If you've tuned into episodes, you should fucking know this by now anyways. So thank you. Bailey has such a great no-nonsense personality. She isn't afraid to tell you how she feels or what she thinks. She's courageous and a real-life Energizer Bunny. Yes, I am. That's why I was the Energizer Bunny for Halloween a couple years ago. You got that right. This girl has infectious enthusiasm. She's energetic and fun. Oh, thank you. Bailey is very loving, caring, enterprising, and down-to-earth girl, wishing her nothing but success. Love you. I love that one. I really have no idea who wrote that. I'm very curious. Oh, also, by the way, if you can pick out which one of these you wrote, dude, please tell me. Please slide into my DMs and tell me which one of these you wrote, because I truly would love to know. That's another reason why I'm doing this, because it might sound like a, oh, praise Bailey moment. But really, I would love to know who wrote all of these, because I would like to thank you personally. Because, again, even though I didn't win the money like I was hoping to win, all of these comments, all of this is just so beautiful to read and wonderful to hear, because you guys are helping me to continue what I'm doing. If I didn't have any positive feedback like this, I probably would have stopped. Like, that's probably why a lot of podcasters stop, because they're not getting feedback. They're not hearing from their audience. So they're like, why should I keep going if nobody's chiming in? But you guys are doing that. You guys are chiming in for me, and it's so valuable, so important, and I'm so appreciative of it. So please, if you've heard yours been read out, that was great grammar. If you have heard me read yours out, please send me a DM, send me a text if you know me personally, hop on my website, go into that little contact page and tell me, because I would love to thank you personally. Please, please, please. Bailey is an amazing person doing great. Oh my God. Okay, these heads phones are about to die and they keep every 5 minutes telling me to recharge them, and that's why I keep jumping. So if you're on YouTube, you get to deal with that. That, I think, that is a result of PTSD. So, yep, that's another topic for next season. Anyways, Bailey is an amazing person doing great works with her podcast. She is vulnerable and brave enough to share her experiences with the world and hopes to help others. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Bailey's podcast is amazing. She is so upfront and gives great info on the topic, great energy, and always makes you want to listen more. Oh, I really love that. Thank you to whoever sent that in. Thank you. Bailey's podcast is educational, inspirational, and professional. She is so good at expressing herself and drawing you into her experiences. Thank you for sharing your story, Bailey. Thank you for listening to my story, Secret Admirer. I appreciate it. I'm glad it's helpful. I love everything about Bailey's podcast. She has such a beautiful way of explaining things and getting you to think of things from a different perspective. It's amazing to see all the things she's accomplished, and I can't wait to see what she'll do in the future. Thank you. I love that you bring up the point of perspective, because that's another big thing that I do with this podcast, so I appreciate it. Thank you. I love Bailey's podcast. Her vulnerability, authenticity, and personality are such a light to the world. She discusses very important topics like mental health stigmas, yet makes it fun. I look forward to the episodes because I know I'll be laughing while I learn. Yes! Yes! Thank you! I love that! Laughing while I learn. I fucking love that. This is, what is it called? There's a term for it, like fun oh my fucking God. Okay, when I remember the term, I will tell you. It's something about like fun and education. You like squish those two words together. I don't know. I'm going to sound stupid if I try to figure it out. So I'll Google it. I'll stick it in the show notes. Maybe I'll look it up here in a minute. I got my phone in my hand. We'll see. We'll see. Bailey's podcast inspires people like myself who live with mental health issues, and she's helping me realize I'm not alone in my struggles. She's such a light in the bipolar community, and she's helped me understand and learn how to set healthy boundaries for myself. That one right there really warms my heart. That one really warms my heart because setting boundaries was super hard for me. I didn't know how to do it, and that has changed my life significantly for the better. And I'm so glad that I was able to do that for you too, Secret Admirer. So thank you. Thank you, and I'm proud of you. The one thing I love about Bailey's podcast is her sincerity towards telling about her life and dealing with her disorder. She gives a very attentively, and you always feel like you can empathize with all that she's gone through. Also using her real life experiences for real wisdom. Oh, thank you. Yeah, authenticity is my thing, so thank you for recognizing that. I appreciate it. Bailey is, first off, awesome with her words and keeps you locked into whatever she's saying. She has a gift of breaking things down to make sure you're understanding everything. Love her. I really appreciate that. If you're only listening, you could probably hear the tears in my voice because I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Bailey's podcast, Distress to Joyful Bailey's Way, has been vital on shining a light on bipolar disorder. The way she makes it easy to connect with her has made her podcast like talking to a friend with confidence. Confident. Oops. She is cultivating a safe, healthy space for bipolar disorder. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. So thank you for recognizing. I appreciate that. Bailey's podcast is so heartfelt and real. She opens up and is so vulnerable about her life, which is not easy to do. It's so inspiring to hear her story. Her approach is so down to earth and genuine and is really entertaining to listen to. Oh, thank you. I hope to be entertaining, so thank you. I appreciate it. Great podcast, very positive and motivational. Keep up the great work. Will do. Thank you. I've loved Bailey since I was 8 or 9 years old. Thankfully, our friendship has lasted for almost 20 years. Bailey is of pure heart and the sweetest person. Her podcast has helped me with better understanding mental disorders, which has positively impacted my job. In parentheses, I'm a teacher. I love that. Thank you so much. I going to pause for a second because I've been trying to figure out who sent this one in, because I only got a handful of people that I could put in that little bracket, but I'm not 100% sure. So please, if you're listening right now and you wrote this in, please tell me. Let me know. I've been dying to figure this one out. I've been dying to figure out who wrote this. So please help your girl out and tell me. Bailey radiates positivity and love with everything she does. Sorry. Any challenge or any problem, she uses her critical judgment to come up with a plan that is both sufficient and easy for others to stick to. Her podcast has helped me tremendously. It's an honor to write this for her. That's so sweet. I am definitely tearing up again because the fact that, one, I've helped you tremendously is beautiful. And two, it's an honor for you to write this for me. No, it's an honor for me to receive this from you. So thank you. And please tell me who you are. Thank you. Bailey is such a bold and fierce woman, and I am so cheering her on as she shares her story with others. Most people aren't brave enough to be vulnerable and real. What a transformation she has made in her adult life. I can't wait to see her accomplish her big goals. Oh my God, you guys are going to make me fucking cry. Like, seriously, thank you. Like, real, it's going to start streaming. This is not going to be fun for YouTube. Bailey is the most energetic and bubbly person I've encountered. Her energy motivates me to be more on myself and reflect on everything I do as well. I love the insights she has on so many different topics. I love that. Thank you for writing that. Thank you. Bailey's podcast is genuine and real. She speaks from the heart and never sugarcoats it. She has helped with some of my issues, and I really love her personality. Fuck yeah, I never I can't even say it. Fuck yeah, I never sugarcoat anything. Ugh, that's a tongue twister. I never sugarcoat shit. I don't. So I'm really glad I've been able to help you, and I appreciate your feedback. Thank you. No one is more deserving for a sponsorship than Bailey. This girl is self-made. She began with the idea of a podcast to heal herself. Distressed to Joyful is an incredibly educational journey into bipolar disorder and has helped me fully understand the diagnosis. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Bailey is refreshing, positive, open, and honest. She presents vulnerable experiences of her life while offering realistic ideas to improve characteristics of each other and to provide empathy towards our fellow humans. Such a personable young lady. Thank you for recognizing the empathy piece, because yes, that's another thing that I love, 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 and that I'm glad that you're recognizing is that empathy is a huge thing I'm trying to also help preach. Like, I'm trying to shove that down your throat until you get it. So thank you. Bailey's podcast is shining a light on mental health in a way that hasn't really been before, and it's relatable to both those with matching diagnoses and those with different struggles. Wow, that was hard for me to read. Bailey's podcast is shining a light on mental health in a way that it hasn't really been before, and it's relatable to both those with matching diagnoses and those with different struggles. I know the money would help her expand her audience and capabilities even further. That is really sweet. I super appreciate that because you actually talked about the money, which I was trying to win. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. I super appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Bailey is very passionate and addresses an important topic of bipolar disorder and mental health in Distressed to Joyful Bailey's Way podcast. This money will make it possible for her to reach a wider audience with her content, potentially even saving lives. Bailey deserves this cash with like 500 exclamation points, and I appreciate that so, so much. And also that you guys believe in me like this. I've got one more. Hold on. Oh no, that was the last one. That was literally the last one. Guys, I appreciate y'all believing in me so much. Like, this is insane. I went back and read all of these when I first received this email in, God, when was this? Let me tell you right now. May 3rd, 2022 is when I received this email, and I've kept on to it this entire time, and I will probably keep on to it for forever because I just love it. This is very encouraging. I love that I'm helping you guys in the way that I have meant to. So thank you. All of you who sent in for the podcast submissions, thank you from the deepest depths of my big, beautiful heart. Thank you. But now for the fun stuff that I know some of y'all are really waiting for. I'm going to read all of the reviews that were left for this year, for 2022. That's why I know some of y'all are here. You're ready to hear your name get shouted out, and fuck yeah, I love that about you. I do. I really do. So Canoeble, C.A. Canoeble, Christy, I love her. I was on her podcast recently being 2022. She has the Mentally Kill Project. I'm going to put that link again in the show notes, but you can find it on YouTube as well. So Christy wrote, Bailey is so relatable and her vulnerability is admirable. I had the privilege of interviewing her for my mental health podcast, and it was a great conversation. Yes, it fucking was, Christy. Thank you. So, Redunculus Patronus 1. I definitely pronounced that wrong, but they wrote this review on August 11th, 2022. They wrote, great messages on communicating and how to overcome mental health issues. Deep dives into strategic ways to overcome obstacles during life. Excellent host and audio. Entertaining and informative from beginning to end. Looking forward to more. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. After Dinner Conversation wrote, interesting conversations about mental health and bipolar disorder. Some things I knew, some I didn't, but definitely kept me listening. And I love that. Thank you, After Dinner Conversation. Maverick_13 wrote, I've been listening to Bailey's podcast for over 2 years and have received good info and helpful insight on mental health, bipolar disorder, and life struggles that can be used in my own life. She has a wide advice personality, plus gives good jokes here and there. Can't wait to hear more. It says gives some good jokes here and there. Well, I'm glad to know that I'm somewhat funny. I laugh at my own jokes, so I don't know how funny I really am sometimes. But thank you, Maverick_13. I appreciate it. Maddie D. Rios said, Bailey talks about real issues for real humans and provides useful and insightful information to her listeners. I love how honest and open she is. She is a joy to listen to. I have learned so much about bipolar disorder. Thank you, Bailey, for helping others. I love you, Maddie. Thank you for that. And I know you're listening, so thank you. I love you and I appreciate you and our friendship always. And then the last one, which was the very first review left in 2022, is from Germ610, which says, this podcast has helped me personally and has given me compassion for those around me. Thank you. No, thank you. Seriously, guys, thank you. Thank all of you for being here, for supporting me, for giving the feedback, for helping me to know that, like, fuck yeah, I'm going to keep going. Like, I'm not stopping anytime soon. And I'm excited to keep going. Like, guys, reading these things, this helps tremendously. So if you have anything you want to say, first of all, if you have an Apple Podcast app, that means you have some kind of Apple product on you. Please, please, please head on over to Distress to Joyful Bailey's Way podcast and write a review. Please, please. That helps my podcast to grow in rankings. And if you guys love it like you do and you think more people should listen to it like you keep saying so, that's one of the best ways to help. Another way is that if you don't have Apple Podcast, head on over to the Facebook page to Distress to Joyful Bailey's Way. You can leave a review on the Facebook page. I've got 2 right now, both of which were from last year. But if you don't have Apple Podcasts, that's another way you can help to spread the word and let other people know your thoughts, besides just me. Of course, I want to hear your thoughts, please. So if you don't want to do any of those, that's okay. I totally understand. You can slide into my DMs on Instagram. You can go on over to my website and submit a form and make up a name and an email address because you don't want me to know who you are. Totally fine. I'm okay with that too. Just please know that I do want to hear from you. I do. Whether it's feedback, whether you want to say thank you, whether you want to relate to one of my stories, I love it. I love when y'all slide into my DMs. I really, truly do. So, last time I will say this. Thank you for being here and for helping to grow Distress the Joyful Bailey's Way to what it is today. I look forward to all that 2023 has to bring. I hope you do too, and I cannot fucking wait. I really can't wait. You guys, I've got some really awesome things in store. So in the meantime, if you haven't caught up on all the episodes, now's the fucking chance. Otherwise, just make sure you're following me on Instagram and on Facebook so that way you can stay up to date with all of the new episode releases. Also, be sure to hit that cute little subscribe button, whether you're on YouTube, whether on your favorite listening platform, wherever. Just subscribe so that way you get a notification when I'm here and ready and back for you. But until next time, take it easy, stay grateful, and be joyful. Bye!